Welcome to a MainlyDIY.com video.
So I'm going to start out with an 11-inch long piece of paper, and then we're going to have a 10-inch long piece of paper. Now the width is going to be dictated by this. So you want it to fit on this piece nicely, and then you want the back one to be, which is the longer one, to be half an inch wider than this one. So that's what determines the size on that one. Okay, and then I'm going to just quickly show you another one that I'm going to be working on. And this one has a wider design than the first. And the reason I showed you both of them is I want to score at the same time. And you can just fold them in half if you're good at that. But okay, so there's my 11-inch wide piece. So half of 11 is 5.5. So I'm going to score that at 5.5. Okay, and then half of 5.5 is 2 3/4. So I'm going to score that piece. And I've actually already scored my other 11-inch piece and have folded it up. See how it's making a Z-fold here? That one. Now let's go to our 10-inch long piece. So half of 10 is 5, and half of 5 is 2.5. Here's my other 10-inch piece, 5 by 2.5. There we go. This long piece is going to be my front, so I'm going to fold that back, and then I am going to fold this one this way. So I've kind of got a little Z here with a long tail. This one, the long piece is going to be the back, so I'm going to fold it in half towards the back, and then I'm going to fold this towards the front. Okay, so when we put it together, it's going to go like that. Okay, so now we have to decorate. I like waiting to do the front last. This little piece is going to be so we can write on that, and I can do that last. The one I can't do last is this one, because I'll end up creasing this. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make the most out of, see how they have this little hole in there to hang it by. I'm going to show you how I make the most. This is a strip off of 2 of the sentiments. I'm not sure if it's the one I used or not, but okay, I'm going to cut that at 3 1/4. I've got this stupid hole, and I am going to take a 1/4 rounder and see if I can if I cut that. Oh, I still got it. So that's not going to work for that piece. Okay, so now that corner, if I make it 1/4 round, okay. So that didn't quite work for me. If I had a bigger, I do have a bigger one. So I could cut a bigger corner and get rid of that. And I probably didn't have to cut it so short with the bigger corner, but looks pretty cool on there. So then I have to decide if I want this one to more or less match. So okay, so there are ways to get rid of those holes. If this piece wasn't quite so wide, I probably could have clipped it off and not even noticed. But you make the most of what you have. Okay, so I've got to decide whether that's going that way or that side. Both are pretty, but I think I want that side. Now remember, I said you have to put your design on that one first. So I am just going to take my glue stick and put some glue on that. And trying to eyeball centering that. Okay, push that down. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this one on while I have it open. Okay, so this piece is going to be used to write whatever I want to write. I could have stamped a greeting on there or whatever, but I like to have a little bit of space to write on, so that's what that white space is for. Alright, now I'll come back here with my black piece, and I found that you can glue the front piece on first, but I found it much better to glue the back one on. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and fold those up, just like that, and the idea is to get those centered. So I am going to use liquid glue for this, so I'm going to turn over behind my white piece, put a little bit of liquid glue on there. And the reason I'm using liquid glue is because this piece is kind of a movable card, and it's going to be pulled in and out probably, so you want it to be a little bit sturdier than it might otherwise be. So there's my black piece folded up and my red piece. So I am going to just come in here and do my best to get those centered. Okay, and then this piece needs to get glued to the black, so I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on that, making sure I don't come out really more than 2 inches, because this black piece is 2.5 inches wide, so you want to make sure you don't go past that. But we'll just put some little bit of liquid glue on there, spread her around a little bit. So now we're going to take this back, and we're going to go ahead and close our card, press it down for a few seconds. Okay, now we're free to decorate the front. And this is a simple design on the front, but I find it's better to just decorate it last. It works better. So we'll go ahead and glue this piece on. And we'll try to center it. And there we go. Okay, so there we have our cute little card. So let's assemble this other one. This is my top piece on that. So the wide piece is going to be the front. So we're going to fold it together that way. And then we'll fold in on that. So it's going to go just like that. Because I'm not gluing anything there, I'm going to go ahead, fold these up, and glue the front and the back together. So we'll put a little bit of glue on this back, on the short part of the flap here. Okay. So I'm going to kind of put this part down and then kind of eyeball where that's going. Okay, so I've got the back piece glued. Now I'm going to open this up, put some glue on the front side. Okay, and then I'm just going to fold it back up. Gently push that down. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lay these out. And I think I'm going to round the corners on that. Works really good with dots to have rounded corners. Plus you have a little bit of a rounded corner there. So yeah, that's going to look pretty cool there. So there we go. So we have this one that I just did. And with this busy design, I don't need to put anything on that one. So this is actually the first one I did. I made a mistake and glued that edge on because I had glued the front on and I thought I needed to leave the same border. So, but you know, it's fine, it's homemade, who cares? So this is another one that I made a mistake on. Can you see it? Well, my mistake was that I folded it wrong. I didn't split this right in half like I thought I did, but it's black, so I just lined this edge up to the black, and you could hardly notice that if I didn't point it out. Yeah, so that's another one that I did. This is a busy background, but it was a good way to use it, and I just rounded the corners over on that, and then I just put 2 whites in there, not thinking about that, so maybe I'll put a sticker or something so that I won't write on that. Because let me show you what happens when you don't glue them. Right, so this one I just added this strip to make this wider, but I didn't glue this piece on until later, and when I did that I kind of bent it a little bit. So you really want to make sure you glue this piece on before, and I see I need a little bit of glue on that, but I can touch that up. So here's another one. And again, I have this busy design paper here, so I didn't feel like I needed anything, and I have a place to write my sentiment. So I have a few cards there for you, and I hope you enjoy that, using this package to make these. And again, the package I used for this one is Echo Park Mega Pad, Christmas Salutations, but I'm sure you can find other ones to use. Just use your imagination, and I'm sure you'll come up with some really great cards. And thanks for joining us at Mainly DIY. And be sure to check out these cards on my blog. Maybe I'll give you a little bit more on the dimensions. Talk about that a little bit more. So we'll see you soon.